Saints, I'm Cami Ferguson.
I'm Sam Golbensky, and welcome back to SFHS Today.
National news, President Trump threatened to put sanctions on Russia for the military strike in Syria, where it is believed that chemical weapons were used.
He also organized a military strike with France and Great Britain on some of Russia's chemical weapons storage units in Syria.
Locally, last week we mentioned that SFHS was hiring an interim activity director as Jeff Fink took an early retirement on April 10th. We sent Spencer Baldwin out for more information about Ron Broberg, who recently retired from Arundel/Mounds View School District.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name's Mr. Broberg, and I'm the Interim Activities Director here at St. Francis High School. I recently actually retired from Mounds View Public Schools, where I had worked there for 34 years, and my last position, I was AD at Irondale High School.
All right, and what does it mean to be an interim athletic director?
Yeah, in terms of being an interim AD, what that means is right now St. Francis is in the process of posting and looking at candidates who will be interested in doing this position long term. So really what I'm doing is I'm filling in for the spring season. I'll be here through the remainder of the school year and just trying to do the everyday role that an AD does here at a high school.
And what's it like jumping into an athletic director's role after we've had Fink for so long?
Sure. Well, I mean, Mr. Fink certainly had things in place this spring. Things were well organized. There's still, for me more, it's learning the different systems, the different policies and regulations that we have here at school, and just kind of trying to navigate that so that we can make everyone have a great spring. Even though it feels like winter right now, hopefully we can get some games going. So yeah, it's kind of learning the process of how things work at a school.
Last week was Drug Awareness Week. We spoke with Sherry Schumas, who started the For Jake's Sake Foundation after her son Jake Schumas died from a heroin overdose at the age of 21. Schumas was a well-liked student at SFHS, graduating in 2010.
When Jake relapsed and overdosed, Schumas started a foundation to build awareness about the dangers and warning signs of addiction and to provide support to other families facing these issues.
Last week, Ms. Schumas testified before committees to introduce Jake law that would support K-12 opioid education in the state of Minnesota.
My name is Sherry Schmaltz. We started the foundation in 2013 in honor of my son Jake, who passed away of a heroin overdose at the age of 21. Just to help us to get through, I had to do something because there was a hole in my heart, and our life changed forever that day. It will never be the same. Jake is missed every single day. It's the For Jake's Sake Foundation. We give scholarships here to St. Francis in the spring for people that are involved in working with addiction, or they have problems themselves, our family members, or they're with the SFCDA, people that have committed to helping. And we also donated to Lee Carlson Center, we've donated to Know the Truth, and we've donated to Minnesota Youth, and I've also helped a couple of kids get into treatment. And now we're trying to get a bill passed to get curriculum into the schools from starting at age 5 all the way to 12th grade, so they hear it not just once, but they hear it year after year. Because when Jake told me that he never had any idea how addictive this drug was, and actually I was just at a forum last night, and a young man that's been battling it for quite a few years is sober right now. That's what he said too. He goes, we did not have any idea. It can happen to anybody. It doesn't discriminate. It's all walks of life. I mean, even the legislators, people, they've had sons and daughters die and stuff, and just be aware.
In addition, the spring musical Disaster, which runs this Thursday through Sunday, will be using their show to build awareness and raise some money for both the Jake's Sake Foundation and the Red Cross. They will also be partnering with NHS to sign people up for the American Red Cross blood drive that will happen on Wednesday, May 2nd in the SFHS gym.
Finally, in sports news, our girls bowling team just got second in state. We sent Tana Kuncher out for more information.
We practice at Junction up in Isani because we have two girls from St. Francis, 2 from Cambridge Isani, and then 2 from Princeton to make up one team. Throughout the season, we didn't do real well, but then we started winning matches like the second to last week. But we had won a few matches in between. And then when we got to our conference tournament, it was bracket play to where if you won, you moved on. If you didn't, then you went home. And we beat the number 3 seed team, the number 4 seed team, and then the number 1 seed team to make it to win the whole tournament. So now we're going to state April 28th, and it was kind of interesting with how we won, because our coach ended up going to the hospital with an allergic reaction, so that kind of like pulled us together and made us like want to win it for her.
We'll have more sports news as meets and games get rescheduled this spring.
Before we go, we'll wrap up with an RQT this week. What food combination sounds disgusting but tastes great together?
It's the random question thing, ding.
What's a weird food combination that tastes good?
You know, I like some spaghetti, just regular sauce. And then you throw some Tabasco on it. And like to finish it off, just throw some peanut butter, just 2 scoops.
Probably French fries and mayonnaise.
Cottage cheese on toast.
You know, pickles and peanut butter is pretty good.
Well, I like scrambled eggs with ketchup on top of it.
I like to mix ketchup and ranch with anything that has chicken in it.
I like to dip my pizza in sour cream.
Peanut sauce and vegetables.
I like hot Cheetos and my sandwiches with just cheese and Mexican mayonnaise.
Probably say Cool Ranch Doritos and sour cream.
I saw somebody dipping a chicken patty in applesauce.
That's all we have for you this week.
Stay safe, Saints.